Hello and welcome to Photoshop Quick Tips Episode 5 Remastered. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you one of the most popular tutorials that's ever been featured on Photoshop Quick Tips. It is the Photo to Sketch tutorial that I also showed at Photoshop World Las Vegas, and won a free iPod off showing this tutorial to everyone in Vegas. And I was also just recently featured on the Creative Suite podcast. Terry White showed this technique on the Creative Suite podcast, how to turn your photo into a sketch. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step here is to duplicate your background layer using Command or Control J on your keyboard. And then you want to desaturate that layer, which means take away the color value, using Shift Command U or Shift Control U on your keyboard. And then you want to Command or Control J that layer again. And then you want to invert that using Command or Control I, which will make your photo look somewhat like an X-ray. The next step is to come up to your layers palette and change your blend mode to color dodge. And don't worry if your photograph looks like it disappeared a little bit here. You will have some traces of black and gray in here, but for the most part this should go completely white. The next step is to run a blur, going to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur. This is the fun part. This is where you get to control exactly how much of your photo comes back as either a sketch or the original black and white photo. So I'm going to keep mine right around in there. Very cool little tip here. And if you go to my blog site at www.photoshopquicktips.com, you will actually see an action that I wrote for this, which will do all of the previous steps for you, and it'll just take you directly to where your slider is, and you can download that action. It's completely free, and I just thought that would help everybody speed up your workflow a little bit when you're turning your photos into sketch. So that's it for this episode of Photoshop Quick Tips Remastered. Tune in for the other episodes, which will be coming very soon. Thanks a lot, and we will see you next time.